Yeah, Boise State taking the lead 1-0 against Utah, taking the first map. This is what Boise State needs for that momentum. They had a really rough game last week. Getting the first win here was definitely what they needed. And we saw how they did it. It was through their ultimates usage. They just did better. They played better. Win done.
Win done.
They had to win done.
Well, they didn't, but now they do. Oh, no, he's gone.
Why did you take him away?
Put him back.
Put him back.
He does
Put him back. Mark,
What?
you put Winston on your computer right now.
That's tragic. We've got a hater in the chat.
Do it. Do it. Yeah! See, it just took a little convincing. But now they have Winton.
Now they have Winton. I would like to bring something up before we get sidetracked some more talking about silly little monkey guy. I know he's a gorilla. I don't want to hear it. We were talking about that strategy so much. We're going to be going to Servasa, apparently.
Yeah, with a Lucio ban. Interesting. Well, okay. So we got a Lucio ban, which is going to be really interesting for a different play style. Like we saw Lucio a ton with the Zarya. That speed boost is crucial to getting a lot of movement out of these characters. But with Wrecking Ball on the field,
you're not even near him.
Yeah,
Lucio doesn't do anything.
Yeah, Lucio can't really do much when the Wrecking Ball is running away a lot faster than
We'll probably just be seeing like our team's typical composition then, or at least something close to that, now that, Wrecking Ball's back in the game.
Maybe we'll see Hex bring out the Life Weaver. He is rated #1 Life Weaver in the world, allegedly.
Allegedly. Why don't you back that up with a source?
My source is that he told me.
Yeah. Why doesn't he back that up with a source?
Well, I don't know, but it does look like we're going to see Wudang make his appearance. Hex and Sonic both being on the character, but PDK going to be flexing the Freya muscles.
Wait, we've got a Strider mirror match. No, we got a Wrecking Ball mirror match.
Heck yeah. Can NoSam live up to the Strider name? Big damage coming out of both Wrecking Balls. Unfortunately for Sonic, he's getting dove on by both players. Strider and Clear really making a mockery out of the back line. Not really letting a ton happen, though. Those two supports healing each other is really hard to get the kill. Strider taking a lot of damage backed up by Clear, but Clear is going to go down. Sonic is going to be matched, and Maxwell, what are you doing in the backline? You're not a dive character. You're playing Soldier.
He's getting the long-distance snipes, bro. You saw it just now.
Hex is going to go down, unfortunately. But Strider gets forced out, and Teddy's going to chase him down. Clear going to take out PDK. I think it's just Teddy on the point. Yeah, it's Teddy versus Clear, and Clear's going to beat him out.
Wins the Tracer 1v1.
Yeah. NoSam is right back on the point, on the Wrecking Ball, looking to take it for Utah. Nobody's captured the point yet, but NoSam is running away. He's scared. He does not want to. He does not want the smoke.
Oh, Clear already with the pulse bomb, trying to flank around the side.
Maxwell, what are you doing?
He's going on an adventure. Be patient.
Oh, but
he's got the sprint. He can get away with it.
He's just running around.
He's going to take the back line. I'm telling you. He's going to go after the supports. Look at that.
Yeah,
Look at that. I'm telling you, he's going straight for the back line.
Doesn't quite get PDK, but forces Sonic to use his movement. That's going to be huge. Almost taken down by PDK. But Teddy is right there. Not what you want to see. Ray gets taken down low, but Strider is forced off of the point entirely. Boise State getting to 40%. But not really able to get much farther than that. Actually, no, they're able to hold on for a little bit longer. Minefield comes out, but Utah manages to flip the point. Minefield gets Sonic, but Lyric goes down to NoSam as well. Strider is in a kind of an awkward spot here. He doesn't really have the manpower to force the attention away.
Yeah, none of the healers are nearby. He's just waiting for the large health pack.
Oh, out comes the Bola. Who's it on? It doesn't find anybody. That's the thing about Freya's ultimate. It's really good at getting people together, but finding that kill is incredibly difficult. Teddy taking a lot of damage, forced to use Recall. Does get the Mega Health Pack, so he's able to rack up to full. Ray's going to go down to Maxwell. Sonic getting taken down. Yeah. Yes, there he goes. Oh, you can't get out of that one that easy. Clear's going to go down to Teddy and his friend NoSam. Two players are really hard to get out of. Minefield comes through, but a lot of the proximity mines are gone from just a single roll. NoSam getting a lot less value, but Strider is still taken down to less than 100 health. And really forced off of the point. Maxwell forced to use Visor, 82% and counting for Utah. Out comes the Kitsune Rush as the point flips over. Boise State going through. Hex has to use his ultimate to stay alive. Manages to get NoSam knocked down. Tons of damage coming out on the Wrecking Ball, and he's forced to get out of there.
Good pressure. Having to force one of the fastest, or the fastest tank off the point is great. They got a lot of room to work with, 25% left on that point, and they will take the first flash point. They got to be real careful, but having the Kitsune Rush will put them in a really good spot, especially considering the only ult that Utah has to work with is the Pulse Bomb, which is at most 1 kill.
Good Suzu manages to keep Maxwell alive for just a little bit longer. The point continues to tick, and
we
Boise
go.
State's going to
Good
stop
stuff.
Teddy from touching. What a good kill out of Clear, and that's exactly what you want to see. Strider doing the Wrecking Ball thing, just spinning around.
Speaking of the Wrecking Ball thing, we see the minefield back.
Yeah,
will
he
be
also
really
has
good
his
for
minefield
taking
back.
advantage of that next flash point.
Oh no, PDK is all by
right on top
himself,
of
and he's going to get torn apart by them tiny
Oh,
claws,
directly
and
into
Sam gets
Nosam.
diffed. Man, that is
Wow.
exactly what you want to see when you are playing Wrecking Ball, just the complete dismantling of your opponent. It's like, no, I am the Wrecking Ball player,
It's one
not
thing
you.
to see a mirror Wrecking Ball match, but also see a Wrecking Ball destroy another Wrecking Ball with the Wrecking Ball roll is not something I expected to see today.
Yeah, we got to figure out a way to put Wrecking Ball in that sentence a few more times, though.
The ball wrecked the Wrecking Ball.
Yes,
That
out goes
wrecked.
Strider onto the back line, completely left unintended, but he is hindered by the bola. That's going to take him down low. Bumped away by No Sam, and he's not going to get any healing. That's going to take him out. Unfortunate for Strider, but the rest of the team is unable to get there, and Boise State hasn't captured the point yet. Nothing has ticked over. They've just been keeping it for just enough time. Hex gets taken out by Teddy, but PDK and Sonic fall as well. Clear is able to get through, and with a good minefield, Maxwell's also going to go down. However, this time the point has been flipped for Boise State, and with Strider hunting him down, he's still not able to stop No Sam from going on an
there he
absolute
goes.
tear in the back line.
Player was able to get a good smack. Punching a giant ball of metal and killing him is pretty impressive. I'm not
That had to have hurt. Like,
maybe a little bit.
oh,
but you get
Hex
the
is
one.
going to go down to PDK, swapping onto the Cassidy. They are really trying to stop this dive with the Brig and Cassidy. Oh, the
Ooh,
pulse bomb
nasty.
sticks. Sonic goes down, but Clear goes down as well. Teddy in the back line looking to find a pulse bomb of his own, doesn't quite find it. He's not as lucky. He's not going to get the pulse bomb on the teleport this time.
Enemy Kitsune Rush allowed Utah to push onto the point and force the rest of Boise State off, allowing them to finally take control, but Boise State is in so much of a better spot right now.
Yeah, No
65%
Sam
to
once
20.
again finding himself in the Boise State backline, looking to get something.
Oh, straight towards Teddy.
He's
Oh, he
not going to
whipped it.
get away for very much longer. Strider just hunting down the Tracer at every
smacking him.
opportunity, but Lyric is going to go down in the process, not having any support.
She's taken 2 of the health packs at this point.
Yeah, Tracer. Yeah, Teddy is really running for this one. However, the clock continues to tick. Utah has already surpassed 50%.
Oh.
Strider's going to go down.
Punch. That's the
Was
second
that-
time a Tracer has punched a Wrecking Ball.
Was
to
that
death.
chase worth it, though?
I
Boise
don't
State
think so.
lost a lot of pressure, and now Clear is under attack from both Teddy and No Sam. 2 players out of Utah are chasing down a Boise State player completely off the point, and Boise State is unable to find any use out of it.
Oh, man. Yeah, you saw it. No Sam
High
off
Noon.
the point.
Oh, you got to get out of there before High Noon comes through. Teddy has to use recall, manages to get away. No Sam gets his thing gets his pile drive dodge. Out comes Briggs' ultimate, trying to find something. Sonic looking for something with the rally, but Maxwell is going to shut it down. Ray takes down Lyric. 2 supports are down, 1 from each team. Minefield comes through, gets taken down by Strider, down to 52 health. Hex is going to find Ray, adaptive shielding, trying to keep himself alive, and he's going to get the touch, but not much more. Hex looking for something, manages to get one low, but is not quite able to kill PDK. Both teams now at 1 point each.
Fortunately, Boise State is in a really good spot right now with their ultimate composition here. The only person on Utah that's somewhat close to an ult is Ray with that Kitsune Rush. But Boise State, they have the Pulse Bomb and the Minefield, 2 separate bombs available, as Lyric also gets closer to their own Kitsune Rush. So they've got a good place to be in if they want to push hard on this 3rd flashpoint.
Oh, Strider getting taken down super low, down to 300
damage.
health, which may not sound like a small amount, but for a character with as big a hitbox as he has, it's quite a bit. Hex is going to go down to No Sam,
good
trying to flank it
flank
down,
right there.
manages to
Good
get
stuff.
Sonic. Lots of damage being thrown out from both sides. No one wants to attack that flashpoint for fear of the Wrecking Ball. No Sam is going to come out first, gets the pile drive, doesn't hit anybody. Out goes to the minefield on the Kitsune Rush. Hindered before he can start anything, but not before Teddy takes him out. Strider's going to go down as well. Too much damage. Out comes the High Noon, but PDK not quite in a good spot to grab anybody with it. Point percentage is now getting handed over to Boise State. Sonic getting taken out early, and No Sam soon to follow without any support.
You still see the tactical visor ready if need be, along with the Kitsune Rush. They're still in a better spot than Utah is. They didn't get anything out of that Kitsune Rush. Boise State can just keep this pressure high and keep fighting back. Push forward with those ultimates if necessary.
Is that a Moira?
It is.
Hex is on the Moira.
We still won't be seeing Lifeweaver today. Maybe #1 Moira in the country.
Maybe #1 Moira. He's got the 100% accuracy though, but Maxwell's going to go down, overextended just a little bit too much, and that's going to result in one less player for Boise State to work with, especially since he's one of the few with an ultimate online. No Sam, trying to find something, but a good whip shot and a hinder are going to completely put Strider on the back foot. Luckily, with a good Kitsune Rush, he's able to get right back up to full health. Trying to find something. He's on the point, but out comes the tactical visor. Who's going to be found? Everybody's managed to clear out. Not really finding a whole lot, but Sonic is going to get run down. Hex and Lyric both finding their maker at the hands of No Sam and Teddy. Clear, finding himself low, manages to get the recall and get back up. Strider barely managing to get back in the game.
But is he going to survive? No. Man, Tracer always being the best chaser. Hey, it rhymed.
Yes. There's a reason it rhymes. And Boise State is going to stop just before they tick over, just before they get the point.
Now they're behind on the ultimates. Utah has 3 with almost a 4th at the ready, and Boise State is only somewhat close to a couple right now, so they're not doing so hot. But if they're able to just slowly whittle down those ultimates, they might be able to get one more good push and build up those last few percent.
Yeah, Boise State is really struggling to keep their supports alive, especially with the Tracer. They're used to being the Tracer Wrecking Ball, not getting the Tracer Wrecking Ball used on them. Tons of damage coming out from Utah. Not really finding much, though.
Oh, there we go.
There
That's
goes
what they
No
need.
Sam. That's a huge pick to start out, and Sonic's going to get knocked away. The rally comes through as well as the Deadeye, but it's not going to be enough to get onto point. Nobody gets killed. The Coalescence comes through. He goes down to Teddy. Out comes the Kitsune Rush, but a good hinder is going to stop Strider in his tracks, and PDK is going to finish it out. Maxwell getting one pick, but Ray is able to finish him off. Clear looking for something else. The point is in Boise's favor, but Utah is past the 50. They need to win this one, and they're forced to back out before anything significant can happen.
If they can take one more good team fight, they'll hypothetically be able to get the last one. I shouldn't say definitely. I can't make any promises.
The ult advantage is definitely in their favor, with both support ults being off the table for Utah and having no ults other than the minefield, which is shared by Strider. Looking to find something here. Strider is really just positioned up in a good spot. No Sam going for an aggressive dive onto Hex on the Moira. Not finding much. Out comes Strider up and above. Out comes the minefield, but is able to get dodged by Sonic. He's in the corner, though, and that's going to result in a clear kill.
Eesh.
Oh,
it's close.
Just
barely.
Whoa. 99 for both teams.
but
The
Teddy
winner of this
taking
fight
2
wins
kills.
this match. Teddy goes down to clear, but not before finding 2 of his own. Maxwell looking to find a good spot. PDK takes out Strider. 2 players on the point. Maxwell has to use Visor. He takes out Ray. What's going to happen here?
Takes out
Pulse
PDK.
bomb
They got a
PDK,
touch.
and they didn't touch.
Man.
Utah goes up 2-1.
That's tragic. They were so close.
Oh, they just
But
didn't
Maxwell
touch.
couldn't sprint out there because he still was being pressured hard by No Sam.
Yeah, Sonic on the brig finally makes the swap. I'm surprised this didn't happen a little earlier. I'm not 100% sure why he went with the Moira, considering Moira doesn't really have very much utility. But
We're also seeing a switch.
Yeah.
Maxwell over to the Sojourn, too.
yeah, I like that a lot more than the flank soldier. I think it worked really well for point 1. It just hasn't worked since. But out comes the Deadeye. Is it going to find anything? No, it's not. Everybody manages to vacate the premises before it gets any value. But it is going to force them off the point. Point has opened up. Sonic looking to find something.
Kitsune
He
Rush.
manages to get in and stop a slam.
Ooh,
but not
double.
before going down. No Sam goes down as well. The hinder grenade manages to take Strider out of his flow, but not quite killing him yet. Teddy goes down low. Hex also on critical. And as Strider manages to get back, the rest of the team goes down. And
And
Utah
that
forced to
is going to
retreat.
be our unbottled play of the game. A very, very clean team kill. Able to take that 4th flashpoint, being exactly what they need to continue pushing forward. Unbottled play of the game, presented by local dairy farm families. Perform, refuel, recover, repeat. Visit unbottled.com to learn more.
Yeah, and that's what Boise State's really been missing. They've been missing those early picks. They've been missing that opening deal. And with Maxwell on the Sojourn, it's going to be a lot easier to get, especially with such a large opponent as Wrecking Ball. Minefield comes through from No Sam, manages to vacate the point for Utah to really make some space. Strider's going to go down to No Sam, having been forced in a different direction than everyone else. But no one has been able to get on the point, and Boise State's up to 70%.
It's getting close, but Utah's able to get on the point. They're building up the charge. Maxwell charging for health.
Oh, Maxwell getting taken down really low. No one quite able to finish him off. Clear on 1 health as well. Hex goes down, but so does Sonic. Ray following soon after. Strider looking for another kill. And No Sam is getting bullied into a corner.
Oh, a fight against Tracer again. The last time this happened was it good? He's chasing him down.
Oh no!
He's gonna run him down.
No, PDK, no! He is so sick of that hinder. But nobody on the point is going to result in Boise State having a decent chance to flip it, and they do. 82 and counting.
Multiple people on the point, 13% left. Everyone's alive. Utah does have the ult advantage, but now it's going to be soon mirrored by Maxwell. But a good slam onto Sonic is going to give him a good percentage up. Strider with another kill, the whip pulse bomb, and the overclock. They're just throwing everything out right now.
3 kills inside a Kitsune Rush that wasn't even theirs. Boise State looking to take this game right back in the palm of their hands. 2-2.
PDK going down again. Getting 3 kills inside of an enemy Kitsune Rush is nasty work.
Yeah, taking out that Kiriko is what you want to do if you're in that situation. However, still 1 more point to play. The winner of this one is going to win the entire thing. No Sam looking to find something in the back line. Isn't really going to find anything except for Strider kind of move blocking him, not really letting him do much. Getting booped all over to the side of the map.
It's a hamster fight. It's a hamster fight. They're beating each other up.
Beat him up. Beat him up, but no one ends up getting killed. Out comes Kitsune Rush, matched by the rally, keeping everyone alive. Hex is getting stunned in the front line. Nothing is really being found. Teddy's going to find Maxwell. Deadeye comes through, gets a good one on Strider. With a little bit of help from the team is going to take him down. Hex forced to use rally as well. Clear trying to find a kill somewhere in this mess, but just nothing is coming through. Lyric on 1 health is going to be taken down by Ray. Clear still fighting for capture of that point. The point was flipped for Boise State, so they are going to get 35% off of it, but they're still holding that point strong.
Few people going down. Strider hurting for health, but he's able to recuperate, grab a health pack, and as soon as the rest of the team gets back, they will be able to push pretty hard. They've got, once again, they got the bomb entourage with the minefield and the pulse bomb. So they got a lot of high damage opportunities here. Unfortunately, the overclock is pretty far away, but they should be able to still make some plays with this.
Yeah, Wrecking Ball doing his best, trying to keep him away. Out comes No Sam's minefield. Doesn't find much, but Ray is going to find Hex in the chaos, and Lyric's going to go down as well.
That's both supports.
Yeah, that's just what you want to see if you are Utah. Take out their supports before anything can happen, and the rest of the team will fall as well. Yeesh. And that's what Utah's been doing really well all night, just taking down the supports before anybody else can really make a big play. Strider, though, in the back line, looking to force some sort of play. No Sam forced backwards, can't really find much along with Teddy. He's going to be forced out as well. Lots of damage coming through.
It got the stuck to the pulse bomb.
And it's going to connect. No Sam going to finish off the kill.
That's so bad.
But 87%, someone needs to touch here. 91% counting.
Strider. He was just taken down.
He does get it. He gets the touch. It's at 99%. The capture is coming through.
He's hiding in the corner.
He's hiding. They don't notice it. Kitsune Rush from Ray comes through, but not before Strider gets back. Out comes the Deadeye, takes out Lyric, but with a lot of pressure on the point, they're forced to back up. Teddy goes down to Maxwell. Strider in his
they almost got the point. They took him back.
Maxwell takes the point. PDK takes clear, but not before going down himself. Utah forced to back up as Maxwell almost has overclocked.
That's going to be a good game changer. But just watching Clear sit there on the point in the corner, just barely saved with that minefield. If he didn't have that, I don't think they would have been able to retake it.
Yeah, they traded 1 ult for 2, and that's what you want to see. They had to use Kitsune Rush and Deadeye in order to take that point back. And now they've got
the overclock, the only one on the board, except for the rally on the other side. But if he's able to take...
Yep, there goes the rally. That's going to be 1 less ult to worry about. Lots of damage onto the Wrecking Ball, but it doesn't matter because the Railgun's going to come through. Sonic getting pressured out, even in rally. It's not going to be enough. He only finds 1, but that's all he needs. Maxwell and Clear both go down, but both supports are still on the field. Lyric goes down before he gets his Kitsune Rush.
Wait,
and
the
point is ticking. It's at 99.
99.
99 to 99. We are in overtime. PDK manages to go down to Hex. Lots of damage from all sides. Ray getting taken down low. Hex goes down to Pulse Bomb. Strider needs to stay alive, but with the minefield, it's going to be a lot harder to get through. 200 health left, 100 health. Point is ticking down to overtime, and Boise State drops the map. Utah ties it up 1-1.
That was so close, but just barely. That moment they got that double kill there in that last team fight, it just started to go downhill from there. They have been hard focusing all of these supports the entire time.
Yeah, they just need to Boise State is really struggling in keeping their supports alive, and I feel like there were a few troll picks in in between there. I feel like the Moira was an interesting choice to be sure, but I think if Boise State can take a little bit more care of their supports, specifically, I mean, they were doing a really good job at dealing damage, but it doesn't really matter when your supports are the first ones to go down all the time and their supports aren't dying in the process.
You know, something that I think is probably being a pretty big, like, damper in their plans is this is the first time I've ever seen a consistent Wrecking Ball mirror match. And maybe that's not something they're quite used to, because we don't really see Wrecking Ball very much in the competitive play field because people usually end up playing other tanks instead. Obviously, Strider's, you know, the person who's usually going against that norm, but to be fighting up against a Wrecking Ball the entire time, maybe that's just not the kind of playstyle they're used to fighting against.
Yeah, Boise State has kind of been the pioneer of this Wrecking Ball composition, with Wrecking Ball being kind of prominent in the Overwatch meta right now, in OWCS, in more professional forums. A lot of these players who also might play for these professional teams are seeing a lot more Wrecking Ball. They're getting a lot more experience with it. And it's going to be interesting to see how Boise State adapts. They are not used to being on the receiving end of a Wrecking Ball. It's a lot different to being on anyone else. And that shock factor is what really allowed them to do super well. And I think that now that they've been in the game for quite a while, they've been in the game, they have the VODs, they've played against these characters, players on other teams are going to figure out a way to adapt. And we saw it with the Cassidy break. Strider couldn't do anything.
But I feel like it's going to help. They got that first round of the bag. It was a pretty rough one for them. Well, not pretty rough. They were able to. It was both teams got 2 flashpoints, and it was 99% at both of the very end. So it was extremely close. But given the fact that they were able to do that well, now that they're probably more used to fighting against this Wrecking Ball, I imagine whatever we end up seeing next, they'll probably do a little bit better. And just given the fact that they're going to know what to expect, they're going to know generally what to go for, and maybe that'll help give them that edge that they're hoping to get.
I would say they could ban Wrecking Ball, but that's kind of already off the table.
You can't ban Wrecking Ball without losing your own Wrecking Ball. That's the one hard
Well,
part.
also, they've already banned Wrecking Ball.
Yeah,
so.
But, like, you got to understand where I'm coming from here, Bryce. I feel like you're mean to me for no reason sometimes, you know? It's okay, I forgive you. We do forgiveness in this household, guys.
Yes. Forgiveness.
This game is, so far tonight, has been a little worrisome for me. Our teams are doing great. I'm not talking badly about our team at all. But University of Utah has been doing a great job at just hammering down against Boise State and giving them a lot more trouble than, honestly, I was expecting to see tonight. I mean, the scores are relatively similar, mind you. But like we mentioned at the start of the night, we're going back to our typical composition with our players who know how to do this usual composition, this usual play style. And even then, Utah is still giving them a lot of trouble here. So I'm hoping they're able to find their footing here, because we're not out of the woods yet. It's 1-1 right now. We're not even heading into match point just yet. It's just I'm an anxious person. This scares me a little bit.
Yeah, I will say that I kind of rescind that nervousness a little bit. Boise State is really looking for that foothold. They've come off some really tough games. Kansas was particularly a really rough game last week, being so close but yet so far out of reach. And they need this win. They need to win here so that way they can win against Minnesota next week and keep that winning streak going into Ohio State going forward.
That's the big talk of the town, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just going to be – it is – they need to figure out a way to keep their supports alive. It's what I've been saying for a while now, and I do think it's the most important. We saw it with Kansas last week. Supports went down first. We saw it with – we're seeing it now. Supports are going down first. In every single game that Boise State loses, their supports go down first. It's something very consistent. You go back and watch it. It's something that you'll never unsee. But like, it's really difficult into these Wrecking Ball compositions, especially if you're only playing them and never playing against them.
Mm-hmm. I do think having the whole idea of taking down the supports first is a play style you see in pretty much any game in general, like not just Overwatch. But especially in these situations where you have these two healers, if you're able to take them down first, you basically could just wipe the rest of the team off the map. But it's especially problematic when you have a Wrecking Ball as a tank, because like we mentioned, Wrecking Ball's whole deal is he gets up in their faces and even goes past them so you can flank on like 3 different fronts. But then at the same time, all you have to support your supports are the DPSs, and they can't quite do as much of a good job as a typical tank would. That's probably Boise State's biggest weakness, and it seems like these teams are starting to finally be able to figure out what that weakness is and how to exploit it better.
Yeah, they found the pressure point. Now they're really starting to drive the knuckle in. They're not going to let up on that one. But it does look like we are going to be going into map 3, and it will be Runasapi for push with a Cassidy ban.
Only one ban so far.
Oh, it was a Torbjorn ban as well on Servasa.
Well,
I'm not sure Torbjorn would have really helped out a ton, but
I mean,
I'm
as
sure
long as it's
Maxwell
not
was
something
not very
like
happy.
push or escort, like Flashpoint is basically just control with extra steps, and that's where someone like Torbjorn would play the best. So honestly, I can kind of see it.
I can kind of see it as well, but there would have teach their own. There might be something that I don't know. There might be some secret sauce, but I think Boise State was a little bit peeved with the Cassidy
I don't
in the last
them.
one, so they're like, get him out of there.
The
But Brig will also be out.
That's going to be a big hindrance for Utah because they were focusing very heavily on both of those characters last time, and now both of them are gone. Obviously, we won't be seeing the Brig out of our team either, but, you know, our healers, our supports don't always run Brig quite as frequently as our other ones do.
Yeah, our support's more that fast, hit 'em hard style.
I mean, that's generally how the team plays.
Yeah, that's just how the team plays. But it will be... I mean, I'm interested to see why Utah picked the Brig ban. Are they going to keep going with the Wrecking Ball matchup? It worked out really well for them last time. Are they still going to do it without the Brig? Are they going to still do it without the Cassidy? Or maybe they might break out the Reinhardt. We never know what might happen.
You know, you could start every single round with those few sentences.
That's true.
We could. And maybe I'm going to say that next round as well, just for the funsies. What do you think?
I think so.
You think so? Actually, no. I realize I've decided that I've lied to you, and I'm not going to do that. Unless I lied to you just now, and I am actually going to do it.
The double bamboozle.
Yeah,
as
just like the robot on the push map can go double directions.
Yes.
It could either go towards one team's point or the other team's point.
That is
Hopefully it goes towards the enemy team's point, so that way Boise State wins this round. But,
yes.
I don't know. I'm not going to say anything.
You push it all the way. It's like that one Jacksepticeye
It's like, yeah, I was going to say that. I was going to say that. Oh. I heard that song this morning. So good.
Same wavelength. It does look like the Wrecking Ball is rolling out from Utah's side of the field. Boise State once again finds themselves in a mirror matchup. Clear and Maxwell on the Symmetra, of all things. Not something we've seen a lot more out of Maxwell over the past few weeks, but still a surprise to be sure with this composition already being so quick.
This is almost an entire mirror match, excluding PDK and Maxwell, actually.
Yeah. PDK still rocking with the Sojourn. Hex getting taken down really low, and he's going to be the first one to go down. Hex mating his maker before the fight even really begins.
Robot moved ever so slightly, but wasn't able to find a lot. Strider running straight towards NoSam.
Oh, and Maxwell's going to go down as well.
I almost don't think that was an intentional kill right there. He's just in the wrong place at the wrong
It's Wrecking Ball. It's always intentional.
A Torbjorn pick. That's an interesting one for me.
Yeah, it's an interesting pick, especially with how quickly everyone else on the team died. Teddy is able to chase clear off. The point starts with Utah pushing them on down.
Yeah, we see him building up that pulse bomb just a little bit. Teddy not far behind as well. Dealing as much damage as possible. Force the recall out of Teddy, but he's still low on health. Extremely low now. Almost able to chase him down, and there he goes.
Final Clear wins it. He wins the 1v1. Teddy, you are not winning this one the second time.
A lot of Utah's players are really low on health right now. This might give them a bit of a push in the right direction.
Strider in the back line, looking for something. NoSam is trying to push off. Maxwell does get the pick onto Sonic, and with all of Utah's team in the back line, there's no one to stop the robot from pushing.
Slowly making his way forward, almost back towards the wall again. There we go. They're right back to where they needed to be before. Currently, the ultimates are pretty even between both sides. You see the pulse bomb out from Clear. Oh, and actually, I lied. Right as I said that, Ray built up that Kitsune rush. And PDK built up the overclock.
Tons of people have ultimates on the board. In fact, almost every ultimate is available in this next fight. Overclock is going to be the first one to come out. Out comes the pulse bomb out of Clear. Doesn't find anything. NoSam goes down with all the pressure. Minefield won't be on the table for this fight. Maxwell takes out Sonic, but not before going down to PDK. Hex takes out Ray. Lyric falls soon after. Strider still taking control of the point, and PDK is on a tear in the backfield. However, it's just one man against three.
That's a good stagger, taking down most of Utah's players and then taking down PDK later. That means he's going to have a bit longer to get back to the point. If they want to regroup properly as a team, they might have to wait for PDK to get back. But
Yeah,
Sojourn does have a pretty good range advantage, so might not be as much of a big deal.
Yeah, tons of ultimates still on the table for Utah and Boise. Maxwell coming up close on his Molten Core.
Sound barriers.
Strider, Lyric, and Hex all have theirs as well, but so does Sonic Ray and No Sam. Speaking of Ray, almost going down completely in the firefight, but not quite enough damage comes through to take him out for the count. Strider with a good run through, mitts the minefield down, splits the team. Molten Core comes through right on the Kitsune Rush, making sure that if you want to use it, you have to take a lot of damage in the process.
Pulse Bomb takes down Maxwell.
Oh no, that's a huge pick, but Sonic
Wait for
and
the
Ray
double.
go
That's
down,
full to support.
and out goes No Sam as
What?
well. Boise State, they're doing what Utah was doing before, saying you kill our supports. No, we kill your supports.
Chasing down Teddy. Just barely escaped with that blink there at the end. I was ready to see Tracer get dropped.
Get over here, Teddy Bear.
You ever watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners?
I love Cyberpunk.
You know the scene I'm thinking about, don't you?
I do.
I'm not going to spoil it to anybody who hasn't watched it.
Yes,
but if you know, you know.
If you have Netflix, you have no excuse not to watch that show. It is one of the few shows that has made me cry. But speaking of crying, it's what Utah State might just have to do with Ray going down so incredibly fast. The tables are really being turned. Out comes the sound barrier. It's not going to be enough to take out
good
Maxwell,
shot.
but PDK goes down soon after. Boise State still have a really good lead, a good headshot onto Teddy, and that's going to be enough to help Clear take him out.
Boise State currently pushing an advantage right now, able to get past that first checkpoint, making some pretty good ground, about 30 meters past where Utah had made it to.
Yeah, Teddy's going to need a little bit more than a stand.
Ooh,
stand
snatched
outrun
the
his
health
team,
pack.
but out
That
goes
was
the health
crazy.
pack. Goodbye, health pack. No, Sam, your health insurance does not cover that sort of damage. Big damage comes through, but Clear, he's going to get clipped by a little bit of a railgun
That's
shot.
just what
That's gonna be
Sojourn
enough.
does, dog.
That is what Sojourn does.
Just takes a pot shot and boom, takes down a character with like 200-something health.
And boom, you're dead.
I mean, I see why people play Sojourn.
Yes, Sojourn is very fun. I cannot play her because I suck at her, but she's pretty fun.
You gotta understand the enjoyment.
Yeah. Oof, but speaking of Sojourn, the overclock comes through. Not very many good targets to really shoot at. Turret's shooting at something in the air. Not going to find anything, though. Strider and Clear both brought to incredibly low, but luckily the health packs around the map are going to help him out. Utah unable to really find anything, but Lyric goes down to Teddy. Not so keen on his supports getting taken out so early. PDK goes down low, but his team is there to bail him out. Little bit of help from No Sam and Teddy. Never hurt anyone. Ray.
A good minefield might give them what they need. Right as I said that, I knew it. They were so close together.
Full supports in the minefield, but
PDK
not
goes down.
quite
That's their prime source of damage out of the game right there.
Oh, Clear goes down to the minefield. Come on, man, they're sitting still.
No, but there's a mirrored minefield there. That was their biggest issue.
Yeah, running through him, No Sam has a lot of damage potential, but is not quite able to finish off Cleric. Both Kitsune runs are being traded out. Right? The forward spawn does go to Utah, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for Boise State to keep this momentum. Ray taking the takedown low, but the overshield gets passed over to Ray. Not
him down.
That's
good.
That's good. There we go. Lyric
No
does
Sam
get
hurting.
chased down as well, but No Sam
Beautiful.
hurting just a little bit too much to live.
Oh, just barely misses the pile driver. Oh, but PDK follows.
Almost went down.
Just bowled her over. Finally, Boise State able to regain control of the robot as the entire Utah team gets taken down.
You know what we need to do? We
What's
need
that?
to get the Wii Sports bowling, like the sound.
Nice throw.
Like, or just like a soundboard up here that we can do when Strider gets a kill with his
we should just get a soundboard, just in general.
That's an idea for next week. We can't do it this week; it's a little bit too short notice. But write that down. Put that in your back pocket. Strider taking a lot of damage. No one really able to rescind it. Maxwell trying to take out Teddy.
Ooh,
Teddy also going down really low, been forced to back out. Boise though. Maxwell and Strider both being forced off of the point. Boop is going to say you cannot come in. PDK is going to take out Clear with an molten core, going to split the team. Out comes the minefield out of the Suzu forced. It's not going to find anybody. No Sam going to clear out the minefield as the point continues to go back for Utah. Boise State still holding a really good lead.
Yeah, like 35-meter lead right now, and only 3 minutes left on the clock. They've got to make a lot of movement here if they want. I just saw Strider steal that health back from Maxwell. Crazy
the stick
stick
on the Sonic. Sticky Sonic, and it's just going to take them down. Lyric went down as well, though. Ray goes down in the process. Both supports from both teams are out of the count. Maxwell trying to find a little bit of damage in between. Strider is unfortunately going to go down before help can arrive. but that is going to result in Utah getting a forward spawn.
Yeah, they're starting to be able to push the point again, getting somewhat closer there to that to the point that Boise State had made it to. Fortunately, they're able to retake control just for a moment with Strider just showing up, as he does.
Yep, he just kind of appears. He's like the boogeyman. Out comes the overclock, matched by the sound barrier, matched by Sonic.
Another sound
So many
barrier.
ultimates coming through.
Ray's
PDK
hurting
goes
bad.
down. He's off the map. Ray goes down as well. Early kills from Boise State. The minefield is going to make it a little bit harder to contest the point, but it doesn't really matter. Maxwell's off the map too. That's two environmental kills in the same fight, but a strike from Boise State.
That was just, there's so much happened. That was a double boop takedown, but not just from one Lucio, but both Lucios getting a boop takedown.
That is what. If you're a Lucio player, if you've ever played Lucio, that is just what you want to see.
That's
like,
what every Lucio does.
Every Lucio loves environmental kills, even if it's on your own team. Hex is hungry for it. He wants it. He wants another one.
I'm hungry for them too. I can't blame him.
Yeah, he's more hungry for that than I am salted pretzels. But Ray goes down so quickly. Wow, just an avalanche of damage, and so much damage onto Sonic. Not going to find a kill before Lyric goes down, but no Sam has no help.
No Sam, no help.
No Sam, no help. No
Sam,
Wrecking Ball, no mech, no PDK. He's dead too. 60 seconds remaining. No lead.
Yeah, they're just continuously they're very, very slowly but surely pushing the robot further and further away from Utah's wall. Able to reach where that first checkpoint was, and they've got a lot of room to work with. 45 seconds left on the clock. Utah has to take the robot and keep control of it through overtime if they want to win this.
Teddy doing a lot of damage to Strider. Strider doing a lot of damage in return. Out comes the pulse bomb. Doesn't find anything though. It's a bit of team. Out comes the minefield. Is he going to find anything? Nope. They vacate the premises quick. Teddy's going to go down. That's two. Clear is going to be found by PDK before anything can happen. But the bot is not pushing anywhere. It's standing idle.
Finally able to retake control, but that took them 30 seconds.
Left.
The Molten Core is back on the line. Maxo could just hold down the point here.
Yeah, Maxwell is going to just
right
hold down the point with the Molten Core.
Completely covering the road.
Oh, he completely caught out PDK as well.
And
it's going to go take him down.
And that's a double.
Sonic goes down
there
as well.
Sonic. Is he
going to find the dribble? Can he get the third? He gets the third on Ray. Is he going to get it onto Tracer? Does he get it? He does. He gets four. Maxwell finds four. Boise State brings it to match point.
Wow. I wish that was the unbottled play. I should have waited for that. That was nuts. Am I allowed to do a second one?
I would say you are.
You know what? That was your second unbottled play of the game, presented by local dairy farm families. Perform, refuel, recover, repeat. Visit unbottled.com to learn more.
Okay, I just realized that wasn't an environmental kill. PDK killed himself.
I was thinking to read the paper.
Okay,
Wow.
So what ended up happening was he booped, Hex booped him, and he tried to slide on, but he took the wrong perk.
That's tragic.
That's so tragic. Because there's two perks you can take as Sojourn. You can either get the double slide perk or the extra high jump perk.
I'm going to guess he took the double slide perk.
Yep.
I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that the double slide took him right down there into the environment.
But
wow.
What did I say in between? You take out their supports, and what did Boise State do?
They
took out their supports, and and you saw what it did. It made them have so much more map control, took away so many resources, and it just allowed them to roll them over.
I want to point out that I wasn't worried about the Torbjorn pick, mind you. I was just curious. I was really curious. That ended up being a fantastic choice because they were able to get so much control of the robot, both with that and the minefield. It just covers a big portion of the ground. You don't want to go there, and that allowed them to keep control of the robot, keep them away from places they really needed to be, and that actually gave them that push they needed, and that allowed them to take this game and put them onto match point.
Yeah, not to mention the fact that it has the best accuracy in the game. It is the best aimer of all time.
The turret, yeah.
It's got 100% accuracy.
And he did a pretty good job at swapping the placement of the turret. I'm not going to lie. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah. The one thing I would have said that he could have done better, hammer kill.
We didn't see it. You can't really give him too much crap. Because
I'm not giving him any crap at all.
He had the hammer out a lot. He was hungry for the hammer.
He wanted the hammer kill.
I feel like it makes up for it with that final quadruple kill. Nice.
But moving into what could be the final map, it is going to be a Wu Yang ban out of Utah.
Onto Circuit.
Interesting ban. We've only seen Wu Yang once.
It was only for a little bit.
And that was on
Flashpoint.
Servasa.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it makes sense. If you don't have a Lucio, you want to go with Wu Yang, you want the speed boost. Having that little bit of extra healing on your Wrecking Ball also couldn't hurt. But Circuit Royale is also an interesting map to go to as well, because Wrecking Ball doesn't work as well on it because of all the long sight lines.
But Strider makes
I mean, Strider just kind of forces it and makes it work.
That's what he does. So
but
I wouldn't be surprised.
Is No Sam the same way?
That's a good question. He does play a pretty good Wrecking Ball.
Yeah,
He's been giving Strider a run for his money. But is he Strider level? No. And I feel like that could cause some issues there because we've only really seen – we saw him playing Zarya there in that first round because, you know, Wrecking Ball ban. What are you going to do?
Because cringe Wrecking Ball ban out of Utah.
So boring. We always see the Wrecking Ball bans. Pick something new.
Pick something new. Be unique.
You know what? Ban the Roadhog.
Yeah, ban the Roadhog. I mean, he's so broken right now.
The only place I'd ever see Roadhog banned is probably on Ilios. Just because of the well.
I don't think I've ever seen a Roadhog. I see a lot of Winston bans on Ilios.
That's true. Well, that's because he's like the actual good person
Ana as
to play
well.
on.
Tons of Ana bans there as well.
I'm not saying you would see him be the most banned character on Ilios, but if he was to get banned anywhere, it would be.
Yeah, you make a good point. I will contest you, though. Roadhog is actually pretty decent at just controlling a large space. But we do have a second ban, and it's going to be Sojourn.
Oh.
How is PDK going to handle this?
He played a real nasty Cassidy earlier.
Yeah, he did play a really nasty Cassidy. So.
I'd be pretty surprised if we didn't see him switch back over again.
Yeah, but we're going to find it out pretty soon. Match point for Boise State. Utah looking to claw their way back.
This is a pretty big moment for Boise State. They had a good start, and then things went pretty rough there during Flashpoint. But now they were able to figure out how to fight against the Wrecking Ball, how to take advantage of the own thing that was taking advantage against them, if that makes any sense at all. They had the issue with their supports getting taken out with the fact that Wrecking Ball cannot really help the supports. Boise State knew that. They had to do the exact same thing back to them. And given the fact that they played this comp better, they were just able to win. That's just how it went.
We're stronger. We're smarter. We're better.
Apes together strong.
We are better. There is no apes.
Hamster together strong.
Hamster.
It's like the next Planet of the Apes movie will actually just be Planet of the Hamsters.
It does look like No Sam is going to be on the Sigma moving forward with a little bit of Genji play as well. Makes sense for Circuit Royale being one of the better maps for Sigma. You have so many long angles. Freya also making an appearance as well.
It's completely unrelated, but that's a really cool Sigma skin.
Yeah, the Mythics. I think Sigma has the best Mythic skin. The only Sigma skin that I don't, or the only Sigma skin that I've actually bought is that one, because it is very nice.
You know,
but
seeing, also unrelated, seeing Escort pop up is also out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
It's usually in Game 5.
Yeah. PDK looking to take a little bit of angles on Freya, and he's actually done pretty well with it. Strider still just sitting pretty on the cart, looking to push it forward. The one thing about playing in Sigma comps is that you're not usually on the point, and if you can weather the storm, you are able to just deal so much damage. Maxwell kind of just sitting off to the side on the Hanzo, being a constant threat on that Sigma shield, as well as everyone else. The Juno pick also comes out of Hex and Lyric on the Baptiste.
It's like a complete switch-up for most players in this game.
Yeah.
Circuit just completely threw off everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody has played any of these characters save for Strider, who started with the Zarya.
Yeah, clear. Yeah, it's going to be clear on the Symmetra, something that we haven't quite seen yet. Strider with a good dive on a Sonic. It's not going to find anything, and he misses the teleport.
So close. That would have been exactly what he needed to get away. Just barely missed it, though.
Yeah, Maxwell taking a ton of damage. He's not quite able to get out of there. Clear is also going to be pinned down, but he manages to get out of there just fine.
Ooh, good teleport, able to survive. Yeah. Getting some support there with the Baptiste.
Oh, yep, there it is. There's the Wrecking Ball, and Maxwell's on the Widowmaker. So I can't say that I didn't expect this, but I will say that I expected it out the gate.
You had to try the Zarya, see if it worked. It worked for a little bit. The moment it doesn't work, switch back to what you know. Yeah. I play games like that too sometimes. So.
Yep.
And immediately able to deal heavy damage to Sonic.
Oh,
killed him too, but just barely saved by Ray.
Man, the only there's Super Sonic in Super Smash Bros, but unfortunately this one is not very super. However, No Sam is going to take out Clear, and a good Bola is going to take down Strider. Teddy and Sonic are also going down as well. We are completely even. However, the tank advantage does go to Utah.
That's the one thing that's going to be a big issue there for Strider, is that Bola.
Wow. PDK! Nasty shots from the Freya.
Good. Freya's a great pick here for PDK.
Yeah, because you can fire it so quick, and 2 shots will kill just about any character. Strider,
Maxwell switching there over to the soldier.
Dodge and Clear just barely dodges the rock, and with a little bit of help from Strider, is able to get around. Teddy getting taken down super low, can't really block anything, and he's going to go down to the Strider bowling ball.
getting themselves a little bit of an edge here.
Flux. Oh, Gravitic Flux comes through, and he dodges it. Just barely Clear is able to dodge it. Maxwell on the Soldier. He's able to get around it. Out comes the Orbital Ray out of Hex, met by the sound barrier from Sonic. Not really able to get a kill through that, but Minefield is sure to come on the radar here soon. Speaking of which, there it is.
Maybe we're going to use it directly on top of Ray. It'd be kind of funny. Saved by the wall, just barely.
Oh my goodness! Man. He just got hit by everything in the kitchen sink.
This is just so tough. They're getting so close there to that first checkpoint, but man, pressure's high. And they're switching around their composition a lot, which I don't see this a ton out of Boise State, and that makes me a little worried that they're panicking.
Yeah, it's Circuit Royale. It's a little bit odd. You have a lot of opportunities to make plays and a lot of different things you can do. Accretion comes through. It's going to stop the slam, but the Minefield is in the back line. Dragon Blade is going to find Clear, but Teddy is going to go down as well.
That's a double.
Ray goes down to Strider. It is Sonic in the back line going to be mollywopped. And it's just No Sam on the point. Can he find one at the least? No, he can't.
And
Boise State captures
stagger too. Poor Sigma is so slow. They're going to get a lot of room here with this payload as poor Nosam has to slowly make his way towards the payload again.
Old man Sigma. He can't be walking.
Well, he doesn't walk though. That's the thing.
He floats.
He doesn't have an excuse.
why doesn't he just float faster? It's like he controls gravity. Make himself frictionless.
He should just make the gravity go up and everybody goes bye-bye.
Well, that's what he does. That's his ultimate. But speaking of which, No Sam taking a lot of damage. Teddy is forced off of the point as Strider is still just hanging around in the back line. Kitsune Rush comes through. Lyric is matched by Ray. Strider looking for something, and Ray's going to go down immediately. Maxwell goes down as well. Teddy, and it's same with Clear. Strider on 1 health is able to get out of there, but not for very long as Teddy finds his third.
That's a triple. I saw the deflect.
Oh, four. He gets 4.
5! Oh my goodness gracious. It all started with the deflect onto the tactical visor and everyone just fell.
Man, he's just extending his combo chain.
Hey, they've got a lot of room to work with. They made it over halfway there to that next checkpoint, and they got about 2 minutes on the clock. They got a lot of time. And with the Clear teleporter.
Oh, out comes the wall really early because most of his team isn't quite back yet, though. Strider making great use of it in the back line. Teddy trying to find something with his deflect. Unfortunately for him, everybody here is either a beam or a wrecking ball, and Sonic is going to go down the proton torpedoes. Gravitic Flux
into the portal, saved him.
What? PDK manages to take out Maxwell, but with the Gravitic Flux that does nothing. Teddy goes down. Minefield goes through as well. No Sam getting taken out. It is just 3 left, and Boise State keeps it pushing.
I got to point out the teleporter. These teleporter plays have been insane the entire time.
Man, call him GLaDOS for how he be using portals.
GLaDOS isn't the one who uses the portals. That's Chell. Come on, man.
No, technically, GLaDOS uses portals for the first 4 rooms.
Oh, that's the first 4 rooms.
Because Chell does not get the
I'm not
parts
arguing
of the
with you about this right now. I know you're wrong.
No, I just replayed it. I just replayed that. But back into the game, Strider is actually going to swap on the Sigma himself as the Roadhog comes out from No Sam.
They should have brought out the Roadhog ban, I'm telling you.
Yeah, Maxwell going to go down and then Hex as well. Lyric going to find his going to meet his maker. And same with Clear. Rough. Strider is by himself. The old man set to go out on his own. Not going to find it.
Maxwell switching to the Bastion.
Yeah. Maxwell on the Bastion, something that we've seen quite a bit of late.
He's pretty good on the Bastion. Oh, that's bad. Ooh. No, he's good. He's good. We're fine.
Yeah. No Sam, though, is going to find
switching over to the Cassidy.
He's on Cassidy.
1 low health bar, and he's like, nah,
yeah, he's like, I can't do this.
Cassidy would be a pretty good pick, though.
Oh, no,
medium long range. And there he goes.
Oh, and the Dragon Blade comes through, but he's stunned. Oh, the Lyric goes down before he can be saved.
But that's both supports down.
And Teddy is not going to find Maxwell. PDK also taken down low. He's going to get traded, but Maxwell's not before Maxwell gets him.
Wow, man. Yeah, having Symmetra is actually a pretty good choice for this, given the fact that the turrets can move along with the payload.
Yeah, the turrets can move along, and also you have that teleporter to get your tank like Sigma up to those high grounds so that he doesn't really have a great way to get up there. Yeah, unless you take his levitation perk, then he can get up there pretty quick. Clear looking for his wall. He almost has it back once again. Out comes the Kitsune Rush. No Sam back on the Sigma. The Kitsune Rush does get wasted just a little bit as it is kited back. Grecian doesn't find his mark. Gravitic Flux makes Sonic. That's more than Sam has done all game.
Sam's hurting for health.
Yeah, Kitsune or the Suzu is not able to save anybody.
Oh, he's stuck in a corner.
There he goes. In a corner, but that means there's only one way to go. You're stuck in a corner. You can't go backwards. You got to go forward. That's exactly what Strider
He went
says.
into the floor because he got taken down.
That is true.
Wow, they're so close. 30 seconds left. They're getting real close. You see Maxwell back on the Hanzo pick, just trying to take out anyone who moves too fast. Puts the pressure high, and Sonic is able to make it, just barely.
Yeah, Sonic is able to get there. PDK gets tagged. Is it going to be enough? The thing is, Maxwell can see him, and he can't. But Maxwell is going to back out.
But Lyric with the double kill, clearly killed with the turret. The less than 2 meters, double kill. Trying to take down PDK. That's 3 points. 4.9 seconds left on the clock. Boise State makes it all the way to the end.
Didn't quite get it into overtime, but that's exactly where you want it. That means you have a lot more time to work with. But
4.9 seconds isn't a lot of time.
That it's not a lot of time,
but it's
they
time.
Did go into overtime.
It's time. It's something.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Tons of it's like you were saying earlier, tons of character switches out of both sides. I mean, Teddy was like the only person who stayed on one person the entire game. And even then, I think he swapped to Tracer at the very end.
He was pretty nasty on the Genji, though. That quintuple kill there, that had me shaking him. Sorry. You right. My bad.
Yeah.
I will accept defeat. I will give credit where it's due. That was a crazy 5. I was shaking in my boots. But then, just the craziest comeback of all time, they pushed that thing all the way to the next checkpoint.
Yeah, they got me trembling. It's like, wow, how can you get it any better than that? But no, Sam. Going with the Strider pick, going a little bit the same route as Strider did.
We are seeing a little bit of a switch up there on the enemy side.
Clear still on the Symmetra.
I mean, it's working really well.
It is working really well. I cannot fault him for it at all.
Yeah, no, actually, we've seen 2 people not switching. That being Teddy and Clear. Clear has been on the Symmetra the entire game so far.
Yeah. Teddy hasn't quite had that same success, but he was also only on Symmetra for like 2 seconds. So can't really judge.
Stick with it.
They say can't judge a book by its cover, can't judge a Symmetra by their playtime.
Having a Symmetra here as a defender here at the start might give Boise State a really good edge here. Able to keep the pressure high from a distance, deal some hefty damage there to Ray. And the turret's just at places that Utah might not expect it.
Yeah, that's going to deny a really good vantage spot for PDK on the Freya. A really big sightline that just cannot be taken. But PDK also taken down really low, not really being noticed by Sonic. Strider forced to back up though. Tons of damage coming in from the Zarya as Maxwell on the Bastion tries to pressure him out.
This is a great push here so far from Utah.
Yeah,
already about halfway there.
Is used. Immortality Field is used though. That's a huge thing out of Lyric that needs to be used exclusively for dangerous situations because Maxwell finds his match at Teddy, not going down without a fight, but still not finding any kills as just so much damage is getting piled on. And you can't use your Sigma can't use his ability to gain extra health on the beam characters, and that's really where the Zarya pick is going to come in handy.
Yeah, this is tough. They're already almost to that first checkpoint in double the amount of time that it took Boise State.
Maxwell,
there it is. 5.5 minutes already.
Back on his flanking soldier. Out comes the Bola. Strider manages to get out just barely at 100 health. Ooh, playing it a little bit too close for comfort for just about everybody in the room.
Yeah, just having that Zarya to counter was not good for them.
Healer and Hex are both going to go down before any moves can be made.
They're already making progress. Somebody's sitting pretty on the point right now. Strider trying to deal some good damage to Ray, but the shield there as support by No Sam.
Yeah, just not really giving him any good opportunities to get in and do some damage. But Lyric's going to take out Teddy.
Lyric's also been getting the snipes here on the Kiriko today.
Yeah, he's been playing the Kiriko really well with some really good headshots right where he needs it most. Out comes the Freya explosion, but it's not going to stop Strider from going in. Kitsune Rush gets used.
There goes No Sam.
There goes No Sam.
That's what they
need. Big plays, no Gravitic Flux for you. But Lyric is going to go down to Ray. Strider finds his match in PDK. This is still winnable for Utah.
It is. It's pretty close. 3-3, and Utah's players are respawning. This is rough, especially with one of the healers down on Boise State side. Hex hurting real bad. Has to sit there as he slowly takes his beats to get him back up to full health.
He puts on some lo-fi beats to chill and study to.
To chill and heal too.
Yeah. PDK gets taken down low, but the sound barrier comes in time. Out comes the Gravitic Flux along with the Dragon Blade. Who's it going to find? Hex doesn't have beat yet. He uses it just in time. Everybody manages to live through it. And Maxwell finds Ray, but Strider taken down to 1. He's going to blow up. Sonic makes a boom on the tank, and it's going to take him down. PDK goes down to Maxwell as Clear stands on the point. Maxwell finding 2, and that is going to be a fight win for Boise State. 3:40 left on the clock.
Just barely.
A lot of time to hold it there.
3 meters, dude. I was scared. The tactical visor was a great pick there. It's just, the look, you couldn't see it, but the look on my face when I saw Teddy crouching there in the corner with like 1/10 of his health left. Please. Funniest thing I've seen all night.
Please have mercy.
That is not what gets you.
That is what Clear sounds like, though, after getting taken down to 1, barely hiding from the Freya. In comes the Genji, responded to with a Kitsune Rush. Maxwell taken down by
that's
PDK,
heavy damage.
But so does Teddy. Lots of damage from everyone, and No Sam is dead. Ran right over.
That's taking down their tank. That's exactly what they need to keep things going. Chooses not to use the minefield, decides it's not worth it.
Ooh, PDK taking a lot of damage, but his supports are still alive, able to keep him up. Gets knocked away, but wastes the bola in the process.
That was a crazy juke. He totally had that in mind.
Oh,
Like,
he
totally had to.
Yeah, he honestly, I'm surprised that he whiffed that, if I'm being 100% honest. It was a huge target, but out comes the, Dragon Blade and the Kitsune Rush. PDK finds Clear, but Sonic and Teddy both go down. Teddy wastes his Dragon Blade. Oh, wait, no, his Dragon Blade wasn't there. I thought it was there.
I also thought it was there. Maybe he got killed right as it got popped, so
I thought I heard it. But he's at 70%, so I was...
Oh, yes,
I could have sworn that I heard Japanese, but it must have been Kiriko. Must have been Kiriko.
There's more than one Japanese person
I know.
in this game. Fun fact.
I know, there's 3 of them.
Whoa.
But I forget that Kiriko also says her ult in Japanese.
My face when Japanese people speak their own language.
I know, right?
Craziest thing I've heard all night. See, Clear with the wall available.
Yeah, Clear looking to find his wall, and there it goes, building it up.
Oh,
it's
might
strong,
be good
Teddy
to
is not able to break it, and
Boom.
neither will his deflection. You can deflect bullets, but you cannot deflect the beam. No Sam going down as well, and that's a fight win for Boise State.
Sonic running away.
Sonic
to get away.
Sonic's like, I need to get out of here.
If he gets taken,
he goes down.
That's a nasty stagger. I mean, obviously Sonic is like the fastest support in the game, but still, everyone else is coming back. They're going to be missing a support here for a little bit.
Yeah, that's going to hurt Utah's time just a little bit more. Even just a few seconds off the clock might make the difference between winning and losing.
Boise State has been very heavy on these staggers.
Down
Sonic!
Sonic almost dead again, but he's able to get out of there.
I thought that was going to be it for him.
Forced up the stairs in a perfect spot for Wrecking Ball, but he gets hung up. Unable to find
barely
his way
stuck on the corner. It's like when you're in Pokemon, you get stuck on a bush or something. And you should be
Oh, he moves him away! The minefield is useless! But, Teddy almost dies to it. But Sonic does do it! He whipped him away and he still gets the kill! Ray gets taken down as well without any support. PDK also finds his match and No Sam down as well. 45 seconds left on the clock. Boise State in a prime position to win it here.
Having Sonic be the one to completely ruin Strider's ult and then immediately get taken down to it 5 seconds later is the most ironic thing I've seen. This is like the 3rd time in a row I've been saying this is the craziest thing I've seen.
Someone needs to check his cash out. He might have a suspicious transaction.
I feel like there's a pun you're making right now, though I'm not understanding.
Out comes Strider, and Maxwell once again behind him. It's going to be matched by a defeat. Sonic trying to get Maxwell, but PDK's still gonna die! Not gonna be outdone. Ray finds his match. Sonic goes down. So much going on. Teddy is back on the tracer, and No Sam is dead as well. Even through the beat, it's still not enough to win as Boise State takes it 3-1.
Just like, that was like 6 team kills in a row. There's something snapped the moment they almost got to that 2nd checkpoint. They started going crazy.
They're like, we need to lock in.
They locked in hard. Honestly, kind of surprised.
He used High Noon too.
Yeah, I told you, he canceled the Deadeye. That's why I was screaming so loud. That Deadeye, if that had gone off, that might have been what Utah needed, but just barely. We saw that pressure high. Took down the Cassie using the Deadeye in this tiny little corridor. Never seen it in my life, but they were desperate.
I don't understand why every single player on their team went into a tiny corridor with a Wrecking Ball, though. That was definitely a choice.
Hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby.
Hydrogen bomb versus small corridor.
Hydrogen ball versus coughing Cowboy?
I guess.
Something
I mean,
like
he is
that.
a smoker.
He
so
is
he's
a smoker.
probably a little wheezy.
That is true, and I imagine there's at least a few hydrogens being involved in
Yes.
Wrecking Ball's ball, if not for the hydrogen in the water in his little water thing. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. But congratulations to Boise State. Got their win. They're back to even, 2-2. It's where they want to be. Well fought to Utah. Put them up to the ropes on a lot of occasions. Honestly, that went a lot. That was a lot more back and forth than I was initially expecting.
Yeah, but it does definitely give them a bit of practice with these harder-hitting, smarter teams. Because when you're preparing for someone like Ohio State in a couple weeks, you're going to have to get ready for these really, really, really hard fights. And that's exactly what Utah did. Utah gave them a real good run for their money. So it's going to be real tough for them. Or it's going to be a lot better in terms of fighting back there in the future.
Yeah, well, that's all we got for you guys tonight with Overwatch. Be sure to tune into some of our other streams as we continue to fight through Utah in Valorant and Super Smash Bros. Also, don't go away quite yet because we do have an interview before we end off tonight. But before that, we are going to go for a quick break.
Let the Kitsune guide you. Hey, oh my.
It's the end of a good day's work in Idaho. Time to punch out. Time to check in and catch up. Time to remind ourselves that what we work for isn't a paycheck. It's to make the good things we have even better. So here's to your good day's work. Idaho Central Credit Union. We believe money is a thing. It's not everything.
Scott Matlock, underrated recruit, has built himself into one of the best defensive players in the Mountain West.
What would you do if you couldn't fail? Would you see every setback as a catalyst to keep going? This is the innovator's mindset, because innovation demands daring. Is finding thousands of ways that don't work, and the one that changes everything. It's when your unrelenting spirit sees the world's needs and says, I will create something better. So, what will you do? Will you let your genius run wild? Give yourself the space to be great? Set your sights on something even bigger, because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of the blue.
My friends know me as Garrett, but I'm also Master Sergeant Raxton. and the Air National Guard.
Let me show you what I got.
With the Dairy West Fueling Station, we really wanted to create a place that our players could come and be fueled and hydrated in a healthy way, fuel their minds, fuel their bodies so they can compete at the highest level. Dairy West has really allowed us to do that, and we're excited to see what this space turns into. This is only phase one. There's many iterations to come. It's truly unique in college esports, and we're excited to see how that continues to evolve. We're really thankful for Dairy West's support and look forward to continue working with them.
Let me show you what I got.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Boise State Esports Arena, coming off a thrilling 3-1 win for Boise State. My name is Bryce Jensen as your host, and I am joined up on stage with Clear. Honestly, I just have one question to ask you. Welcome back. Well, first off, welcome back to the game after a week away, but how did it feel coming back to this team? You were gone for a week with a really good win after a really, really close loss. Just how does it feel to be back?
I'm really glad to be back. I think I learned a lot of stuff from my time in Korea at the Korea tournament that I'll use to sort of help Boise here. It was a little bit difficult to get readjusted to both our play style and both playing DPS at the same time because I play tank for my other team. So it took me a little bit to get adjusted to that in this match, but I'm really happy we came out with a win my first week back.
Yeah, I mean, even with you readjusting, you were still running circles around Utah's Tracer player. And, I mean, personally, I don't count most of their wins because it's like, oh, I got to go get Kiriko healing. That just nullifies any sort of win that you get.
I think the same way, too.
But also, I do want to sort of question it. A lot of the matchups we saw a lot of mirror matchups between you guys and Utah, especially when it came to the Wrecking Ball stuff. And you guys did lose that on Suravasa, the mirror matchup with the Wrecking Ball. So how do you guys sort of adapt to a really unique play style that gets mirrored?
Yeah, I don't think we were expecting any sort of Wrecking Ball mirror, so that sort of caught us off guard. But I think we did a good job adjusting after that map. I think that map we were sort of taking fights that we didn't really need to, playing in positions that made their ball really strong by just diving onto us when we didn't have to play there. And, I mean, I just want to give a shout out to PDK on Utah. He's really, really good. One of my former teammates. I've known him for a while. So he's really good, really strong. He was killing me a lot, and that made it really hard. Honestly, probably the reason it was so close, just because he's really good. Yeah,
PDK seemed to really be a thorn in the side, especially when he was playing the Cassidy. I totally saw the Cassidy ban, map 3. I mean, even then, he was still playing really well on Freya. I do have to say, credit where credit's due, he was the cause of a lot of Strider's deaths, just not letting him play the game. And just overall, just clean gameplay out of everybody here. And honestly, the sim play, I was not expecting in the slightest.
Yeah, I think that Sim is pretty good in a position where I'm off-rolling. I'm normally a tank player. If I'm playing Tracer, I think Tracer's really, really hard in this meta right now with Zarya. Zarya can bubble like a Reaper, a Cass, a Genji, and sort of just go on you and one-shot you. So Tracer's really hard, especially just coming back from Korea and playing tank. So I was like, I just need to play a character that I can't get one-shot on. Their PDK can't double tap headshot me. Like, I'm going to play Sim and just TP around the map.
I can actually live for a little bit of time and actually get to play a little bit of the game. Well, thank you for coming on, Clear. Before we head out, do you have any other shout-outs that you would like to give?
I'll shout out my parents for watching. Eric, Mom, I don't know if you're mad at me because I didn't wear my costume when everyone else was, but I'm going to wear it for the Halloween party. I wasn't going to wear it for the match. You got to be serious. Like, come on. Like, chill out, guys.
What, you're telling me the 10-foot inflatable dinosaur costume isn't serious?
It's a little too unserious for me. You know, I got to parry the platypus fedora. That's going to come out later, but now today's not the day. I had to be serious, especially after being a little bit jet lagged, just getting back from like a 20-hour travel day. So shout out to my teammates over there. Had a lot of fun in Korea. Shout out my teammates here at Boise for having a clean victory, coming back. I'm looking forward to readjusting to our play style now that I have more time, getting more scrims and practice with the boys, and hoping to end this season of PEC strong.
Well, thank you once again, Clear, for topping on the desk. It really does mean a lot to all of us here, and it means a lot to the folks at home. But that is all that we have for you tonight. We encourage you guys to tune in tomorrow for what should be a thrilling game of Valorant. And we hope to see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Speaking of crying, it's what Utah State might just have to do with Ray going down so incredibly fast. The tables are really being turned. Out comes the sound barrier. It's not going to be enough to take out half
shot.
But PDK goes down soon after. Boise moves him away. The minefield is useless. But Teddy almost dies. So it does do it. He moved him away, and he still gets the kill. Ray gets taken down as well without any support, unless
Sonic trying
Sonic
to get him in there, but not quite. Not quite enough health out of the support character.
Yeah.
Overtime ticks down. We see Teddy jump on, but not quite enough.
Teddy Bear, no.
They're just
Ray's trying. They're trying to get it so much more damage, and that's really the issue with Reaper. Out goes the Graviton Surge. It gets them all. Hex has everything. He goes down. Both supports from Boise State are gone. PDK manages to find Clear, but he's the last one alive with Dev. But Teddy's gonna go down.
Completely covering the road.
He completely caught out PDK as well.
And
it's gonna go take him down.
And that's a double.
Sonic goes down
There
as
goes
well.
Sonic. Is he
gonna find the dribble? Can he get the third? He gets the third on Ray. Is he going to get it onto Tracer?
Quad.
Does he get him? He
That's a
dies.
quad.
He dies.